Hey there, waxing enthusiasts. Are you ready to experience the ultimate in smooth skin and pampering? Get ready to say goodbye to those pesky hairs with Wax in the City Brentwood, your new go-to for all things waxing and beyond. My name is Greg, and my wife and I recently opened our studio doors right here in Brentwood, Tennessee, and we can't wait to welcome you. Unlike those speedy wax joints, we take our time treating you like family every step of the way. Our Premier Club Orange membership is the key to unlocking a world of smoothness. Enjoy 50% off your first visit, a $25 gift card, and 20% off your monthly service of choice. But hurry, we started with 50 memberships and only 15 are left. Ready to join the club? Book now and experience the Wax in the City difference. Follow us on Instagram at Wax in the City Brentwood for all the latest updates and exclusive offers. Once again, that's Wax in the City Brentwood, for smooth skin and pampering away.
Hello, Nashville Fit fam. Welcome back to another episode of the NFM podcast. I am here. My name is Savannah Hill. Y'all can call me Sav. And I'm here with my boy,
the Gerell Webb. Man, I didn't want to be so official. I am Savannah Hill, and you guys, I didn't know what kind of.
Well, yours was underwhelming.
Yeah.
I am the Gerell. Yours was pretty calm today.
It's pretty calm. I don't know. I think the full moon might have. I'm starting to become a believer in this whole.
Good.
How
can you not be?
Astrology, zodiac sign thing.
The tides.
I don't know.
That's why I believe in it.
So a client was telling me, which is crazy, right? She was like, if the moon can control the tides and our body is 80% water, why wouldn't it control like the way you have a mood? And I was like, I guess I never thought about it like that. But what's the water doing in my body? Like, I understand how the tide works. Yeah, like, but the moon was just making waves throughout the water. I don't understand how it correlates. But
can you imagine having waves inside your body water? Like, where even? Okay, this is probably a really dumb question, but your water weight, where is it?
In your muscles.
In your muscles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blood, all of that.
It's so hard to I can see muscles, but I think of them in exercise terms. So when it comes to water, I'm like, where does it go? It's tissue, but the tissue is hydrated by the water. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's why they.
Oh man, am I a fitness coach?
when you're dehydrated.
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, what's going on here, Sam? You're certified right now. I'm just playing.
No, you were saying that you had a slow day. I'm also having a very slow day.
Maybe it is, and I also understand. I told my wife this other day. Well, it was actually yesterday because I was driving in and the moon was huge and
so
close,
beautiful.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I get why the ancient people would worship the moon. Imagine just everything is pitch dark.
No buildings, nothing.
The moon is just standing there looking at you. It's that has to be God.
Yeah, and the sun too.
And the sun too.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
It makes sense.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It burns your skin. It has power.
Or charges you.
Yeah.
Right? However you look at it.
Yeah. I mean, they made calendars from just watching the sun and where it is in the sky. They came up with the concept of time. I mean,
even still, yeah,
it's crazy.
Even still. Before we get too deep in this, I guess since I'm the man, I'll say.
Are we going there?
I'll say.
You want me to make a sandwich?
Go get me a sandwich and then happy anniversary. No, but today is our 50th episode together. Although we haven't done all 50 together because you're a cheater. But we'll talk about that later. But happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Gerell. It's been a great 50 episodes with you.
What do we have planned for our next 50? What are you excited about?
Oh my gosh, 100?
Do we celebrate 75 or 100? What do we celebrate next?
I feel like 100. 75 is just a random.
Yeah.
But we should do something like a special episode.
Like a live.
Yeah, finally get a workout in together.
Yeah, since you've been with no strippers. Okay, no, I thought Trent said he
about
wanted strippers. I'm
strippers.
sorry. Is this my camera, Trent? I'm a married man, and I don't endorse strippers at all.
Wait, where's my camera? Right? I'm a single woman, and sky's the limit.
We can do whatever. So we can do whatever.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, well, we know what we're doing for the 100. 100 strippers.
100
no, I'm just
strippers,
kidding.
Terry. Get the budget together, Terry. 100
we
strippers.
could come up with 100 of things. I don't know,
100 shots.
do 100. Yeah, do 100. Maybe instead of alcohol, since we would die if we took 100 like alcoholic shots, we could do like pre-workouts.
100 pre-workouts?
Like one of our
That's worse. You would
sponsors
die.
or
I'd rather have
something.
alcohol.
Or like BCAs. You could chug like a gallon of BCAs and I feel like you'd be okay. It's just water and then electrolytes and then aminos.
I feel like something would happen.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone's tried that.
Probably.
Man.
Probably. Have you ever seen someone dry scoop protein?
Yes.
That is.
I was just about to ask you, have you seen someone snort pre-workout? Have you snorted pre-workout? Good.
I've not snorted. I've dry scooped once and almost died. I said never again. Like
it's like the cinnamon challenge.
I was literally like, like I was coughing it back up. I was like, how do people? Am I weak? Like why? Like I'm in the parking lot. Like
no, you just have lungs.
Dying. Yeah. So it's like I'll never do that again because my eyes are watering. I'm walking in. I'm like I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
This may not work out good.
No, it's still a trend though for people to like dry scoop like pre-workout and stuff. I'm like, why? Do we just not want to have a blender bottle? Like, are we done with those now?
I don't do pre-workout anymore.
I don't either.
Not my jam. But
I already have anxiety. It makes me.
Well, I do. You do coffee, right?
Yeah, and that's why I can't do also pre-workout. Okay. You know that I like. Coffee for me is like the aesthetic in the morning. Like I like my hot beverage, and I could probably switch to tea and be fine, but I've tried it and then I went back to coffee.
You weren't fine?
I just like it my certain way. Like I like my certain creamer and, you know, it's just, but yeah, I've tried to limit myself to 2 cups and then if I drink more caffeine on top of that or pre-workout. I had a discussion once with somebody who loves pre-workout and he said, I just love it. It makes me feel like ripping a hour in half with my bare hands, and I'm like, it makes me want to run away and hide under a rock because
what kind of pre-workout are you taking that?
I don't know. I think it literally is just the way it like affects my body physically, like the niacin and like the hot skin and the itchiness. Like I hate that feeling.
Okay.
It doesn't motivate me to work out and be like, yeah, I'm ready. It makes me uncomfortable in that space.
I actually missed that. I like that.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Dial in feeling like, all right, I'm ready now.
It just distracts me. Like, cause all I can think about is my face tingling.
Touche.
I'm like,
you're not a very like raw type of person either. So I get it. So I get why it's like completely different. Like I don't like most people like, yes, this is what I want.
I have my moments, but yeah, for the most part, I'm like, I like to really focus, and I'm not saying you don't or that you can't focus when you're like raw, but like, yeah, I'm not like the stomper that's like
getting a limit though. Like some guys are like overly. I hate and I hate this, but I hate the guys that like scream in the gym and stuff. Like I'm like, bro, come on, sir, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to do that. And
I try not to like.
I've never or guys that slam weights. Slamming weights kind of pisses me off now too. I don't think I'm getting old, Sam. I
think so.
I don't like a lot of extra noise. Like, hey man,
you'd be perfect at Planet Fitness.
Right? You can't pick it up and put it down without all the extraness. Then leave it alone.
Well, the only thing about that is there are some like Olympic lifters drop weights a lot, and it's because they're snatching big weight overhead and stuff. And I'm like, they're only worried about the concentric part of that, and then they want to put it down. And I don't blame them. But I personally like got advice when I was deadlifting, like learning to deadlift, very beginning of doing it. My coach had taught me to control the descent. She's like, you'll see people drop it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you learn how to set it down properly, there's strength in that, and I still to this day believe in that.
So it's the negative. I think it depends on the weight.
Yeah, well,
yes. If you're going like your lower weight, high reps, then yes. But if I'm top end, I'm not lowering that because that's how you blow your back out.
If you're like over 85%, sure.
Drop
even
it.
then, like I've tried to control it and. I mean, I'm setting it down way faster, but like I'm trying just to not drop it at the top.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So apparently Terry wants us to fight. So we're going to
always
go into right.
I feel like we're good at fighting though.
We gotta get because it's the perfect mix of we have a lot in common, but not a lot in common. Right. So
and we're able to agree to disagree a lot.
Yes.
And like we don't hate each other. We're adults. Look at us go.
I mean, I agree with that. That's kind of how I build my life. Like I personally believe in respecting everyone's belief system, regardless of what it is, race, religion, whatever you believe. You could explain it to me. I don't have to agree with it, but I respect it.
Yeah.
I know what you believe.
That's
so,
you do you, boo.
Yeah, you do you. And so with that, I'm able to train a lot of different people because I have open conversations, especially right now. Like we're in the middle of, I don't know when this is coming out. I'm sure it's coming out before November, so I can say it. But we're in the middle of an election, which is a hotbed. And so I literally have people on every side of that.
Yep.
And again, if you can explain to me why you believe what you believe, then I respect it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't agree with it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you I don't necessarily agree with that, but I'll respect it.
Totally. I think we're on the same page with that because I always like when I'm hearing somebody talk about something that they're really passionate about, like I just like hearing the passion behind it. And I mean, sometimes people talk about some really ugly things that they're passionate about, but I mean, I have my own beliefs. I have, you know, but I'm not going to impose my beliefs on someone else. And I would hope that other people are not trying to impose their beliefs on me, even though that happens all the time. But I'm with you. I don't really like, you know, especially being in the LGBTQ community, there's a lot of people imposing their opinions on me and what I should do. So therefore I'm like, well, I don't, you know, you do you. And I want to respect that because that's also how I want to be treated, you know?
Yeah,
so,
100%.
and there's a lot of people in the world, a lot of brains out there thinking
Unfortunately,
all kinds of things.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So
here's my question for you. Basket of debate.
let's do it.
It's a hot topic.
Okay.
And I knew when I read Terry's text on the way over here, it's like, all right.
You read Terry's text?
On the way over here.
Oh my goodness.
Now, read versus reply is different. I said I read it. I just said I replied.
That's
to
right,
his
because
text,
I'm in
right?
that
I
thread
read it,
and
like,
there was no reply. And it literally describes the difference between you and I. I replied, woohoo, sounds great. And Gerell,
I was like, yeah, all right, man. That's what you want.
I'll see you in 5 minutes.
I read it and I was like, all right. So my mind starts thinking, like literally my mind starts like, what would be a good topic of debate? Right. And so everyone knows, well, now I think what you're known for or what you're becoming known for is kettlebells. Right.
Okay.
So she's like, oh, shit. She's like, I'm ready. So here's my question for you. Or it's true or false, yes or no question.
Okay.
Okay. Can you achieve your goal body with kettlebells only?
What is your goal body? I say yes.
You say yes, no matter what your goal is.
If your goal was strength, which is not your goal body, it's a goal. I would say like maximal strength. No, you need barbells. But if your goal is to like aesthetically change your body, yeah,
Kettlebells only.
I do believe it is very possible. Yeah.
Dope.
Do you want me to say more?
Sure. If you got more to say.
I don't really like have more to say. I mean, I just think it's weight. You can go up. There's lots of heavy kettlebells. There's lots of light ones. They're very versatile. You can use them in different ways. Your body can move in a lot of different ways that it can't with a barbell. So I think for me, I do use them as like a bodybuilding tool, as well as functional fitness. Like, what do you mean?
Like, I see it more as accessory work.
It can be.
Then
Have you ever held
like
two very heavy kettlebells in the front rack?
I have.
It's heavy.
It is.
You can get a lot done with that. And if hypertrophy is the goal,
I don't think you can achieve maximal hypertrophy.
maybe not maximal, but you might be happy with your body after a certain while.
Yeah. Sounds like a challenge.
No, I totally I definitely hear the debatableness of this. And I do agree that I really think you should use other modalities if you're really trying to like maximize on your fitness, because I use other modalities. I'd be lying if I said like I built my body with only kettlebells. Gotcha. Cause I do body weight stuff and I do barbell like very consistently. But I do know a lot of people who have built their bodies on kettlebells and have lost a lot of weight, built a lot of muscle, and they're very happy with their aesthetic. And like, from what I see, I'm like, damn, she is jacked. Yeah. And if they're saying that they only use kettlebells, I do firmly believe that.
They only use kettlebells now, or they've only used kettlebells
the whole process? A lot of these people started using kettlebells during quarantine and didn't have a fitness routine. And they were like, well, this is the time, I guess, that I'm going to get in shape because everybody in the world's doing it. And kettlebells were the answer. And I do think that's also why kettlebells are starting to trend more, because quarantine and how many people actually did significantly change their body composition just using kettlebells.
Yeah.
Maybe body weight exercises too, but yeah.
Restore is your one-stop shop for all of your modern-day wellness and recovery needs. We believe in a multi-solution approach to wellness. That's why we offer different modalities such as IV drip therapy, NAD therapy, cryotherapy, red light therapy, hyperbaric oxygen therapy, and numerous others. Our services help our customers enhance athletic performance, boost mental and physical health, as well as aid in recovery at an affordable price. Whether you are an extreme athlete or just somebody who wants to feel better, we provide wellness services to help you meet your health goals. We make the world's most cutting-edge wellness services available at 225 locations nationwide. Taking charge of your health and wellness has never been simpler or more convenient.
Okay.
So that's where I stand with that.
I love and hate that you're so even keel. I really wanted you to be more passionate about that.
No, because
you're just like, nah.
Well, it's kind of along the lines of like letting people have their own belief systems.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to, there's a lot of people who don't prefer to use kettlebells. And if your reasons, like if it makes sense to me that I can like give you a better answer, then I will. But like if your preference is barbells, then you should use barbells and you don't have to use kettlebells.
Yeah, but I think you can develop a good mix of both because the kettlebell does give you a different stability challenge than a barbell will.
Sure.
And so if you're looking to like if you're working with a certain demographic and you're trying to build, complete strength, right? It's like machine versus barbells, right? Machine takes the stability out of it.
Right.
The barbell is less stable, and then the kettlebell is kind of the next step.
Right.
To that, right? So like you master the barbell. Now let's see what you can do with the kettlebell.
Yeah, because I think that's a good way to.
Right.
I always think like the more you're learning, like the more fit you have the opportunity to be, and I'm thinking about that when I'm using the barbell and the kettlebells. Yeah. Like I can front squat a lot more weight with a barbell than I can with two kettlebells because it's like basically unilateral at that point. You have two different weights and you have to support that way differently. But it's a different kind of strength too. Like there are people I know who can goblet squat, like the craziest, like 400-pound kettlebell. Like I watched it happen on Instagram right before I walked in. Like
they have a 400-pound kettlebell,
but they also use barbells, and I do think both contribute to both.
You pick up a 400-pound kettlebell.
You got to clean it up. Jeez. You have to have a lot of hip drive and a lot of upper back stability, a lot of core stability, a lot of grip strength, everything. Yeah. That's why I love kettlebells, because front squats, I don't need any grip strength, but I need a lot of mobility to get my upper body to support the bar, and I have to be able to maintain that. So yeah, I just think like when I'm doing both, they complement each other. Yeah. And I'm like, my thought process is like, well, if I do them both, get good at both, it's just more opportunity for more strength, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So,
love it.
Now for my debatable topic, I asked ChatGPT because my brain is moving a little bit slowly today. So the question from ChatGPT.
That's his name here.
Yes. Words are also hard, I guess. Is social media a positive or a negative influence for mental health?
I think it depends. I know that's the PC answer, but
it does.
Yeah, but it depends on the people that you follow, why you follow the people that you follow, where you are already mentally, right? Because even personal experience, like if I'm a competitive person. And so if I click on, if I don't know Sav and I see her, okay, here's this trainer in Nashville. She has 100,000 followers. She seems to be killing it. It's like, all right, what is she doing that I'm not doing? And so that can take me down a whole rabbit hole of what I need to be doing versus, just trusting my own process and saying, all right, your time is going to pop. Because I don't know if Sav bought those followers. I don't know if she just happened to be on the right podcast one day and, a flood of people. I don't know how she built her following, right? I don't know if it used to be an OnlyFans account and then she switched it to fitness. So now she still has all those followers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like,
can you imagine?
I try not to, Sav. I'm gonna be honest with you. I try. I understand what you.
You heard it here, guys. I've been lying this whole time. I built my career from OnlyFans.
But you don't know the other side of the story, right? Because we're watching highlight reels. Mm-hmm. And so even now, people are trying to be real and show you the behind the scenes, their real life. But this is all like fabricated failure, right? It's like, oh, I tried to do this and I failed. And it's like, this was just only so I could show you guys on Instagram, right? Mm-hmm. Wasn't like your real failures we don't get on Instagram and talk about, right? I told the world when my mother died, I didn't talk about it for real.
Right.
That was it. You know what I mean?
I was literally thinking that when you just said that. I was like,
my darkest stuff I don't post.
Yeah, well, because a lot of that, it's not necessarily like healthy to share it with everybody. Yeah. You have to kind of go through grief, and like when it comes to failures, like I do think it's cool to see more people like showing the process when it comes to fitness. But yeah, for the most part, it's a highlight reel, and even those like bloopers are like cute and funny, like the person's rolling around on the ground and they know they're filming themselves, so they're gonna make it more entertaining. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's great, but like, I mean, you only see such a fraction of somebody's life and personality, and I think where it can be negative is when you assuming that is the entire person, and then you make assumptions on people because of social media. Whereas like if you have enough, I guess, maturity to step back and go, I know that person is not only, if people thought I only used kettlebells and never touched a barbell, then. But
someone would, they landed on your page, they were like, oh shoot, she's the kettlebell juggling girl. You know what I mean?
And yes, I have a niche, and I'm flattered that you said I'm a kettlebell juggling girl, because I'm very new to that, but it would be, so to go to my profile and go like, oh, her niche is kettlebells. Like she probably doesn't use barbells a lot. Like she probably doesn't do body weight stuff a lot. But to assume I've never done any of that is like, hearsay. Cause like, this is just what my Instagram, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see me using a barbell. Or maybe not using anything at all. Or maybe I'm just posing, like, and I'm not smiling in any of the first 8 posts, like people could assume, oh, she must be mean, who knows? You have a dark profile, psychologically people go, oh, that's intimidating. That's why a lot of people in the bodybuilding world go dark with their because they want that look, they want that aesthetic. Tough, and it does look cool, but I think mental health is influenced by a lot of things. Social media is a big one. And I think it depends on how much capacity you already have emotionally, mentally. And
I mean, I think the flip side of it is like you can find motivation.
Oh, absolutely. Community.
If you're looking for it, right? Mm-hmm. Like some of my favorite followers are like motivational speakers that I follow, that I tap in with, and I'll listen to like, a clip of one of their speeches.
There's so many great resources out there.
So like again, like when I do like, if I'm not listening to R&B on leg day, now I listen to like, I don't know if you know, C.T. Fletcher. So C.T. Fletcher, he's a YouTube
I don't know
guy, black dude out of Compton, and he's just like cussing you out the whole time, right? Like I love CT, like love him, right?
Cool.
I can't he could never be on this podcast, right? Because of our rules. But it's like an hour clip of just his speeches. And he would like bring people in. Mm-hmm. And so Sav is, kettlebell. So he's going to take you through a kettlebell workout while he talks shit to you.
Oh, I love that.
Right? But he's going to push you. So it's going to be something stupid like, all right, we're going to do 100 front rack kettlebell squats. Go. And when he sees you getting tired, that's when he starts like talking. Like he starts like I'm telling you, like he's just like talking like into you. Like, and so he's like this old school ex-bodybuilder, strong man. And so he takes that old school mentality and he's just like, like one, I think I can say this, Terry, if I can't bleep it out, but like one of his like favorite sayings, like, I would not contribute to the pussification of America. Like, so when he's working out, we're good. Okay, we're good. All right, cool. Because I added vacation on there.
I feel like that's a made up word, so
right?
It's okay.
It is, right? So nobody knows. But he's like, he'll say that over and over. Like when you're getting tired, he's like, oh, there's no such thing as overtraining. Like he's like, most of you people don't train enough. You're too worried about overtraining. Like get your butt off of the but these are other words, off the couch and get in the gym. Stop worrying. You worry about the wrong things. You way too far away from overtraining. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, a lot of people who are worried about that are far away from it.
Right. Like, we have too much information. That's a part of it, right? So he's like,
people who overtrain like don't know until they get there.
Yeah, until you're in the hospital with contusions.
With rhabdo or something. Yeah, exactly. And they're like, what happened?
What happened, bro?
I was in the middle of a great workout.
Right. Took it too far, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
yeah, those people are unaware that they're overtraining.
Yeah, like it's no such. I mean, I'm not saying
you can't be a
no such thing,
hypochondriac in this world.
Yeah, no,
it will not serve you.
Yeah,
you have to like learn how to pick yourself up by your bootstraps and not be offended by everyone or anything or feel.
I have another question for you.
What's up?
Should we train to failure?
That's a good question. I really don't know. I don't know because I don't train to failure, but I have. And I can't tell you like where my results came from. Yeah. So I don't think I know enough about training to failure.
Yeah.
That's a bodybuilding thing, right? Like
that doesn't have to be. No.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be.
I just feel like I've heard it more in the bodybuilding side of things.
Well, so like when you think of like limits, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think like even like I don't believe we necessarily have a limit. Because if your life is on the line, you could do another. Oh. Right, you could do another, right?
But I think if your life is on the line, you have other things chemically going on.
So true. So then there's the limit. So the goal is to try to create an environment, not that where you feel like that your life is on the line, but to where you control your body.
Absolutely,
that's really what's happening, right? It's
I totally agree. Like, I've actually changed my mind on this.
Yeah,
in my career because I do think there's something to be said about leaving enough room in the tank for your next workout. But I also think like. If you're pushing yourself to a certain point, right? Exactly. But if you're pushing yourself to a certain point and you're like, oh, I'm almost at the point where I want to give up. Yeah. Like exactly what you're saying. Like, but what if your life depended on it? Like, you never know. And I know like hypothetically speaking about like an apocalypse or something like,
we talk.
But I mean like part of that is motivating.
Yeah.
To think about the world ending. It's like, I'm going to be ready.
Yeah. But you think, like the Navy SEALs have a quote that says, you don't rise to the occasion, you sink to the level of your training. Right. And so it's this random funny clip I saw on IG, but I thought about it. And the caption was, imagine that your life is on the line. This is the fastest you can run. But it was a construction worker. He was an overweight guy in a truck. The truck's brakes wasn't working. He was coming in. And the guy literally was like kind of speed walking, like trying to get out. He's like, imagine like this is all you have. Right.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing. I think we only have a certain amount of adrenaline anyway. So if something was to pop off, adrenaline will get you 60 seconds down the road, but then what?
Yeah.
Right?
It does wear off.
And then if you don't have the mental capacity, because a lot of the times it's like people die because they give up mentally.
Yeah.
Right? I remember talking to my mother and she was like, I'm just tired. That's it. I don't want to fight. And I was like, yo, that's not who we are. That's not how you didn't raise me that way. Right? So unless everything you told me is a lie, then like I can deal with you leaving here. I can't deal with you quitting. Right? That's the conversation. Yeah. And I think so many people are so used to just mentally tapping out. So now I'll just say, hey, reps are a suggestion. Right? And if you can do more than 12, then that means either we need to go up or we're gonna go up on weight and stop at 12. That's all you can do. Or we're going to go up on the reps and go to 20 and then you'll struggle at 20, right? But without struggle, there's no progress.
Yeah, I feel like depending on like where I am in a session, like especially if this is a client, I feel like if I train them to failure in the very first whatever we're doing, it's likely that they're not going to be able to do anything of quality the remainder of the session, depending on who it is.
And it's perceived failure, right?
Right.
Like, so it's like...
RPE.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So like day one, I'd say everyone has a day one. Day one is always your hardest day, right? It's like, or day two if you're sore enough, right?
True.
So day one is like, oh my God, she's trying to kill me. And it's like, no. Like we're literally warming up right now.
Yeah.
Right.
This is only the beginning.
Man, you did 8 squats. We're like, that's
it actually concerns me when a client after the first day is like, oh my God, you killed me. I'm like, No.
Yeah, you have no clue, man. Thanks for paying up front.
Good luck.
But you have-
Exactly.
Thanks for paying up front.
That was hard. Okay, wait till you see what we have planned
Wait till you
tomorrow.
see Wednesday, baby.
It almost makes me like dial back, but then I'm like, no.
No, because you know what's best for them.
Right.
Like, like, I didn't actually try to kill you, right? Because there are trainers who there's no method to the madness. They're just trying to kill you. Like, let's just see how hard I can make it, so you can say I'm hard.
There's
I'm
a lot of
hard
those trainers who like it's just for the power trip.
100%.
You know,
yeah.
it's like there's no rhyme or reason to what you're doing with that person. But yeah,
yeah. But so even like, again, in some military training, like what they call smoky, which they just have you do like random stuff just to see if you'll quit. See where you quit at.
Yeah.
Right. Or we have too many people here. It's 100 guys. We need 70. So we're gonna run until 30 of you guys leave. Right. And so if I tell
I would
you,
be so.
but if I tell,
I cannot be one of those people who leaves.
Like, because mentally, but at some point when you start getting tired, you're like, yeah, nah, I'll go ahead and leave. If this is day one, what if they say tomorrow we need 60 guys?
Yeah.
So 10 more. So we do this so it's like we don't have a.
Well, that just speaks on how important mentality is. You have to have if you want something, it's gonna be hard, especially in fitness. And the more you get fit, the harder of the mentality you have to have. Yep. And in the beginning of my career, I was one of those like trainers. I was like, oh, it's okay. Yeah. That's enough reps. And I've totally changed my tune because it doesn't do anything. No. And you can't keep people soft in this world. It does not prepare them for this world. You have to prepare people for the world. And I've learned that through my own experiences, and I can't lie to people and say like, oh no, I've wanted to literally cry or whatever in the gym because this is so hard or I can't do it. It's especially frustrating. I know it too for like people who are athletes already. When you are trying to learn something and you're like, I'll be able to pick that up, and then you can't, it's so frustrating. Yeah. And you're like, why can't my body understand this?
Yeah. But then it becomes an obsession. Yeah. But that's that mentality. It's like, no, I'm not going to let this inanimate object defeat me. The barbell?
And it's all about who you surround yourself with, because I'm inspired by people all the time where like, there are people who are not coaches that are way stronger than me, like women, that I'm like, okay, her form isn't perfect, but dang, she is strong, and
that too, but we'll talk about, we'll talk about that after our break.
No, but I mean, my point is like, yes, form is important. Yes, like listening to your body is important. But I do think that the people there's overcaution on a lot of things in fitness, and not everybody wants to be like fit, unfortunately.
That's true.
And I have to remember that because what we're talking about makes total sense to us, but there are so many people out in the world who don't care about being healthy. Yep. And it's their mindset. And no matter what we do out here, because we're surrounded by our mindset, so it's easy for us to go, yeah, your mindset matters, but there are people who are not surrounded by anybody who is going to support having a driven mindset or a healthy mindset or I want to get better or a growth mindset.
Those are the people that call me intimidating.
No, for real. I've been that person. Yeah. Before I got into fitness, I was like your little chunky high schooler. And I remember thinking when I first walked into Planet Fitness years later, like after I was out of my insecure teenage years, and I'm an adult now, I'm fit, I'm in fitness. And I walked into Planet Fitness and I saw this sign of like a cartoon shredded dude. He had just like this crazy body in a cartoon form, and he had on a muscle tee and a gallon of water. And aside from that, that is all that depicted this person. And there was a big red circle and a line through it. And I'm like, why? What does that even mean? And I remember being like, there are so many guys that look like this guy who could have a heart of gold. What is wrong with being this person? It's so judgmental, and they call it a no judgment zone. So my thought in that moment was like, oh my God, I used to be like, if I was in high school, insecure in my own body and in my own, like I hadn't figured out how to be confident in myself as I was, I would look at this guy and judge him and be like, yeah, he's probably a dick. He's probably just not, I would have agreed with that. But now as an adult, because I have a healthier brain and I'm matured and for the most part. And I don't judge people because they're fit, but I did when I was not fit. I judged fit people thinking just because I was insecure.
Yeah.
So it's like I had to be around the right people in the right environments.
To understand it, yeah.
Yeah, to not be that way.
We're gonna take a quick break, and I think we got a special guest and some bourbon tasting next.
Say less.
We'll see you guys after the break.
I'm ending my day here.
Welcome to Game Day Men's Health in Green Hills in Nashville, Tennessee. We are a men's health clinic. We're doing a lot with testosterone replacement therapy. So welcome to our clinic. What you'll be able to do is get your blood work. We'll send it back to our in-house labs. We'll test your total testosterone, your PSA, and then your H&H as well. So we'll get those results within about that 20-25 minute mark. You'll be able to sit down with our licensed clinician and go over your result. We do a lot with medical weight loss, vitamin injections. We have a few ED services as well. And then we also do a lot with peptide therapy as well. And it is something that you want to move forward with if it makes sense. You should be in and out in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, and we are back. We are brought to you by the Game Day Men's Health Studio, and we're currently sitting with the bearded beast himself, Mr. Terry. You hear us mention Terry. You guys have seen him maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times, or out in the world at some point. But he's the man who writes the checks. He's the man who put
that's a stretch.
The blind date between me and Sav that is now 50 episodes deep.
That's right.
It's our anniversary.
Into a podcast. Happy anniversary!
I love it.
Yeah.
But you have something special you got for us. Apparently, it's a bourbon.
I just came on
it's
to
not bourbon. Apparently,
I just came on to remind them to say all the sponsors.
So I forgot to say the sponsor at the beginning. Well, actually, I didn't because Sav did the intro. But
I mean, I will take full responsibility.
clearly, I'm a professional here.
Shade thrown.
No, I'm just playing.
No, I definitely dropped the ball on it.
This was going to be brought to you by Kinetic Cairo. The basket of debate, or the debate that we just had, was from our friends at
Correction.
Restore. What?
Connection.
Connection.
Is that not what I
Cairo.
said?
You said connecting.
You said connection?
You said
I could be my Florida accent.
I don't know what you said now.
See?
Not important.
The people.
Well,
at
we
home.
got it now.
Connection Cairo. So go and get your back popped.
And Restore is our
Restore.
basket of debate sponsor. I'm sorry to our sponsors. I did drop the ball on that with the intro, but to be fair, this is a different episode. We didn't have, it was a Gerell me.
You can blame the full moon.
I just think we were excited to talk to each other.
The full moon has done nothing wrong.
We never get to actually.
The full moon is
talk to
guiding
each
me,
other. Yeah,
and I am not
it's guiding
listening.
our podcast. That's why you have to go. You have to learn to go with the flow sometimes, Terry. Right? And the flow took us outside of
The flow.
sponsors. Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair. We did pivot because we had one guest, need to cancel, and that's always we have that from time to time.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we did this today, and
Yeah.
this is fun.
This was good. I think we should do this more.
Too. I keep forgetting that you two didn't really know each other until that first. Was it the first episode?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's basically when we
First
met.
time.
I remember
Yeah.
it clear as day because Gerell asked me about what it's like to date women, and I was
did.
like, "Whoa, we're going there."
I
Okay,
jumped right in. I was curious.
I do remember.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I was just like, hey,
Anything else you should know?
tell me about that time.
Yeah.
Well, I do.
Well,
Clearly, but,
he was
you know.
asking for my
Your
perspective.
Yeah, like,
Oh my goodness.
did you always know? Was it just like,
Yeah,
hey, I
and
tried it in
I
college
just
one
remember
time and
being
it was
like-
cool. And so I
But you
kept
know
going,
what?
or
I always really appreciate that when somebody, even if it's like a little forward, like, I mean, don't be, rude,
Right.
but like you weren't rude. You were just like blunt with your questions. And it wasn't, I wouldn't even say blunt is the right word. It was just direct.
Makes me feel bad now. I feel like a bad
Don't
person
feel
now.
bad because what I cannot stand is when I can, if I meet somebody, the first conversation, maybe you'll give that a pass. But me personally, I have a really hard time. Like if I'm having more than one conversation with you and now we've had a couple, if I can't get past surface level conversation and like get a little deeper than that, then we're probably not going to be friends. Like we might be acquaintances and get along, but it drives me nuts that like some people can't ever get below the surface.
That's
and
true. That's fair.
I mean, you don't have to tell me your trauma, but like,
okay.
if you want to, I mean, I guess like, let's be careful with that, but I'm not a therapist, but yeah, I mean, like, I want to connect with people. I want to get to know them, and surface level, you just can't do that. But anyway, what do we got? What are we doing?
Well, I like to reminisce.
Let's do it.
We just did, and that was awesome.
Okay.
Great.
But I actually came today with a fun little. I wanted to test out some new segments.
Okay.
So this one's I'm calling it In or Out, which is not super creative. Probably stole it from somebody
Hey,
else.
sometimes less is more.
But this one's going to be in and out on energy drinks. So I'm going to pop a couple based on flavor alone.
Okay.
And I will let you pick between 1, 2, or 3. Or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of them up there.
I like how we were just talking about how I've had too much caffeine today.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Just a taste.
And you get a taste. And I know
I'm
you
going
guys
to work out after this, so this is perfect.
Well, what I love about you two is you guys will also want to know the nutrition facts. So
I don't care about that, Jared. It gives me how much caffeine. It's what matters.
Well, you did with the protein bars. So
Read me those
That's
ingredients.
because I was eating. That's food. This doesn't.
Well, remember when we talked to Dr. Birdie and he was talking about like how the ingredients in your food can affect your skin health? Now I care more about it.
Oh.
I should have cared more about it before, but
Yeah.
Well,
because it affects a lot more than just your skin.
that's
So-
neither here nor there.
I have a question I want to ask him that I want to ask you guys. Since we're
Go ahead. You do that while I pour.
washcloth or no washcloth?
I use one.
Thanks for pouring on my shoes.
Did I
Terry.
get your shoes?
Yeah, goodness.
I hope it's
If you're going to pour something on anybody's shoes, it better not be Gerell.
Well, these are my workout shoes anyway, so I'm cool. What'd you say? Washcloth or no washcloth?
I use one,
Yeah.
like in the shower or just
Yeah,
in general.
shower.
I use one in both. I use a ton of washcloths.
ton of them.
It actually
Okay.
drives me
At
crazy
one
how
time?
much I have to like wash them and dry them because
picture I just
I use them.
Every time I do it, yeah.
I mean,
So I do have two.
it's my face.
I do have a face one and
Yes.
a body one.
Yes. My man.
I mean, you don't want to wash your
No.
with the same ones you
No.
wash your face with.
When
You
you
want,
just start up top, work your way
you
down.
want balls on your, but you got to do it again. You don't do one wipe through. Or maybe you do. I don't know. Right?
This is where I stop. I'm not going into any more
I
detail.
don't know. Right?
I'm not outing
It's
myself.
you
Gerell and
know,
I
Bar
were
soap or
clean
shower
people.
gel?
I'm a shower gel guy.
Ugh. What about you?
Yeah.
I do use men's like soap is the other one. What
Bar
is
soap, yeah.
Oh, no. No, because
again,
ever since I saw
not-
one Dove commercial
Yeah, it's
about
not-
like
it's
bar
not
soap leaving
sanitary,
residue
bro.
on you, I'm like, ew.
Yeah, it's not sanitary. Bar soap isn't sanitary.
It like holds like it
Holds it all
sticks
to- yeah.
bacteria sticks
You're
to
using
it.
the same thing to wash your body every day.
Well,
Your bar soap.
Are you an Irish
old school.
Spring?
He's a man's man. That's why he knows how to fix stuff. He just just Irish Spring and just
Rub some dirt on
it's a bar of soap whenever the rain falls from the
he's
sky.
a man's. Terry's a man's man. Like listen,
I like
nah.
if there's anything I spend, like I'm not a material girl. I don't have a lot of clothing. I don't have a lot of shoes. Like this is what I wear out everywhere. Is a t-shirt and jeans. But when it comes to hygiene products, I don't have a lot of them, but I like to use nicer like products for like my hair and my skin. And I like to, and I don't have even like a crazy face routine or anything, but yeah, I at least like to have like quality products.
As much as I want to hear all of this,
I don't have a
drink.
I don't have a flavor.
You don't want to hear all of it. That's okay too. Half of the information
have
that
a
leaves my
flavor.
mouth is not important.
Terry's like, yeah, cool, but
Blind taste test. Let's go.
have you heard about the
do you taste?
just put the fries in the bag, bro? Have you heard that?
No.
Tastes like Sprite.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, doesn't really have a taste. I'm getting Sprite or ginger ale.
This is an energy drink?
Yeah.
You sure it's not straight Sprite?
Sav Soul. She's like, give me
I
pour
love
some more
Sprite.
in here. Put a little tequila in there. You're good.
What is
Huh?
I probably give you all too much because now there's going to be.
Well,
You're really gonna
I
be
drank
buzzing.
all of mine. Really gonna be buzzing.
I like
did
it.
too. That's my point.
Okay.
We're really going to be.
That's really good.
So number
It's not
one.
bad. Yeah, number one is
In or
okay.
out?
I'm
In.
in.
All right.
It's like Sprite, and it's not like flat Sprite either. It's
Trent, should I have done
Even-
that in the
even
the
thing
smell.
so that we had that crisp sound?
yeah.
Just for the last one, so he can loop it.
Yeah, I'm not fully convinced it's not Sprite.
Pour this on your leg.
That would be great. There you go.
Can we do this with whiskey on another segment?
After the show.
We'll try Beyonce's whiskey live.
It's no fun after the show.
We'll call it after hours.
You don't want
We'll
to.
do it. Let's do it before the show.
That's even better. You guys, welcome to the NFM podcast.
Trent's gonna earn your money today, baby. You gotta,
Well, Trent will be drinking too.
I would be.
Trent's, I never press record, guys. I don't know. My bad. I'm sorry.
That's the day like you've kicked me off this podcast. Okay, this is number 2. This definitely is giving more like candy.
Yeah. Cherry something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a slushy, but without the slush.
I see
Oh,
what
that's
you
a
did
good
there.
point.
It's good. I like it.
I wish I'd have thought ahead about this enough.
This is why I have a caffeine addiction.
That would have made this cold.
Is it cherry something or a tropical
Yeah.
punch or something like that?
It really tastes like a cherry slushy.
Do you guys want to guess on
brands?
brands?
I know what the brand is.
Based on the size of the can?
That one?
And the color.
Then don't say anything.
Okay.
If you're that confident.
I'm pretty confident.
Are we in or out on number 2?
In.
Wow.
Just on taste so far.
Yeah.
What are the other
I got to see
metrics?
how many milligrams of caffeine is in it and other things.
Okay, we got some color here. So finally some bad stuff.
Okay, so
What's it, red 40? I got some red 40. It could be Himalayan sea salt. You don't know.
No, not this color. That's a lot. That's a lot of
Similar,
salt.
like
That's a lot of salt.
candy vibes.
Oh, that smells like an astringent.
Ugh. I don't like that one. It's like bubble gum, but like ugh.
Yeah,
Nope. I don't
but
want it.
not.
I didn't hate it.
I don't hate it, but it wasn't as good as the first.
It's
I would
leaving
agree.
like a weird film
Number
in my
one's
mouth.
still my favorite.
because it's the cleanest. I think.
Yeah, same. Yeah, this one is like, I can taste something weird. Filmy.
Go on.
That's it. That's all I can describe it as.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever eaten Captain Crunch? I love Captain Crunch. It tastes way better, but
We're about to go down a rabbit trail.
everybody always complains about that weird film that gets left in your mouth after eating Captain Crunch. That's the feeling. It's like on the roof of my mouth.
Oh.
Life's too short to be stressed, and your body deserves the best. That's where Squeeze Massage in Brentwood, Tennessee comes in. Picture a massage experience that's not just relaxing, but truly tailored to you. At Squeeze, we've got your back, literally, with a way better massage experience designed to make you feel your absolute best. From the moment you book through our easy-to-use app, you'll notice the difference. Customize your massage, manage your preferences, and enjoy hassle-free tipping all in just a few taps. Our licensed therapists are pros at helping you unwind, de-stress, and rejuvenate, making every visit a luxurious escape. So why wait? Treat yourself to the ultimate in self-care. Visit squeezemassage.com to book your appointment today and experience the perfect blend of luxury, convenience, and personalization. Squeeze Massage in Brentwood, Tennessee, because you deserve nothing less.
I have to drink the rest so I can have more of the other one.
There you go. So have you done
Yeah,
that? You've done
something
that
about it I
once
just
or
don't
twice.
like.
Okay. So we're out on 3.
I'm probably out on 3.
Yeah.
I go with you on that one.
Yeah, I'm probably out on 3.
I would drink it if I opened it, but I'm not going to keep going.
I don't know that I would even
know
drink
to
it
buy
if I
another
opened
one.
it, and I'm not.
Oh, jeez.
I'm being a diva
I
right
am
now. I
not
need
good
to
at
stop.
this.
Did you not bartend ever?
Not even close.
No. There you go. It's in the wrist, Terry. Good job.
Maybe I'll just use my left hand from now on.
Pinky's up.
Yeah. And so what you have to do, Savs, you have to check the color, and then smell. All right. Sav, are you drunk already? Sav is like,
It sparkles.
Can you picture me like a Napa
Actually-
Valley wine tasting? And I'm like,
yeah,
smells oaky.
yeah. I've been to one. And that's exactly. I was like, I taste alcohol. It's like
Exactly.
you don't taste. It doesn't finish with blackberry.
Hold on, before you drink
No.
it, smell it.
I did.
Apple juice.
Really? I get like, have you ever opened a protein container, a vanilla protein container, and just took a whiff? That's what that smells like to me.
Wow, we have such different like nose.
Yeah, I'm almost with
profiles.
Sav. Like,
Mine's probably broken.
I'm smelling
from
apple.
Doing too many bourbon tastings.
I smell apple, but I also smell
apple.
like that vanilla thing you're
Maybe
talking about. now.
yeah. See, now we're talking. Finishing notes of vanilla. Now we're getting into bourbon.
Oh, for the
talk.
listeners, here's me smelling it. Okay.
I think Sav is drunk off of energy drinks, guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's vanilla.
I'm telling you, too much
It is
caffeine.
vanilla.
It's creamsicle. That's what that is.
I
That's
like
the
it better than
That's the
3.
creamsicle.
No,
That's the creamsicle.
I don't do cream soda.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
that,
that's the
a
cream.
hard
That's
out
cream
on
soda.
Sav.
I don't like cream soda. That's just like a me thing.
That's cream soda. Yeah,
Okay.
Not for
Are we
me.
in or out?
I like cream soda, so I
you're
would,
in.
I would be.
I've
especially
just
if it's
never
better
liked
if it's
cream
cold.
soda.
You're
So I'm
really
good.
only out on 3.
Yeah, that I'm out on. Yeah, if that's cold, that's delicious.
Okay.
I'm just not a fan of cream soda. I never liked it.
Out on
3 and 4. Yeah. Major out on 4.
Major out?
But that's just because I hate cream soda.
Okay.
Well, I think we should start
Personal.
with that one and see what it actually is. Then.
You're not a happy person, are you?
Wait, we all are out on 3. Let's start with 3.
It's weird because I like orange creamsicle.
Any guesses?
But not
I
cream
think we
soda.
said like bubble gum.
No, but any guesses on the brand?
I think we already said the brand.
Bubble gum is the brand?
I'm not going to say just in case,
Wait, no.
they come at
I'm
me.
looking at different cans. I'm sorry. No, I don't know the brand.
Want to
This
guess? How much sugar are we guessing?
10 grams.
Of sugar or added sugar?
Let's go sugar. It says it actually says that it's sugar free.
Okay, that's why it tastes like that.
So there's probably added sugar.
That's why it tastes horrible.
It's got fermented cane sugar, which as a holistic,
So that is
as a holistic nutrition fanatic, I like that. I'm down with that. But the total, it doesn't actually show any total sugar on here.
how does it not have sugar? But it has fermented sugar in it.
Yeah, that's the last ingredient. I'll tell you that. Vegetable juice for color,
Told you.
filtered carbonated water, natural flavors. Man, I don't have my glasses on, but malic acid to preserve freshness. There's hardly anything in this. Monk fruit.
Terry, get to the brand.
All right. Jeez.
Jeez.
Just want to know the details.
That's the only downside sometimes when it's like,
We've got Jocko Go.
Who?
I'm sorry, Jocko.
Oh, the seal guy?
Yeah,
He
Jocko
has his own thing?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know Jocko had his own.
Oh, yeah. Jocko is pretty big.
That's blue raspberry, so we were wrong. Because it wasn't blue at all.
It tasted nothing
No,
like that.
that's like raspberry. That's for sure.
Jocko.
Wasn't it pink?
Yeah.
Yeah. And raspberry.
There's a lot of
Oh, I remember this one.
like deceiving things about that.
Who knew, Jocko? Good
Guesses on this guy?
job. Is that a Jocko Go as well?
This one's. I'm going to give you a hint. You had a person on your podcast
We had
in
this
the last 6 months who was a fanatic about this.
a fanatic.
Fanatic.
Who'd you say? Alani?
man.
I wasn't here.
Yeah.
I wasn't here for that.
You were here for that.
For Alani?
Well, that person wasn't on, but the A person was on.
Oh, I was like, I don't know who that
It
is.
is. It's Alani New, and it's their Halloween. Yeah, which is true. Which Gracie
weird. I've
Recker's
had that
favorite
before,
was this.
and I didn't-
She said it on the podcast, right?
Are you sure I was here for who was it?
Gracie
That's
Record.
cream soda?
Oh, that we just kind of ran through that though. Okay. Green apple?
That's why I smelled apple. It's caramel apple.
Caramel apple. Okay,
Oh, that's why I hate
okay.
it.
Would you like to take a look, or you want to get as far away from it as possible?
Well, I'm not. It's not a monster.
Trick catch.
Caramel apple. So we were kind of.
There's no sugar.
Cream soda. I got the apple smell, but then I tasted.
My guess.
Okay,
is
here's
this is gonna be the
this one
cleanest
has a ton of ingredients, but I don't know it. A lot of them, even like I can't pronounce this one.
I don't know.
Glucuronolactone.
Yeah.
That is one word.
Yeah. All right.
Guarana seed.
Or two. Yeah, I got two more.
These are like band names. Potassium sorbate.
Oh, jeez. Any guesses? Because you already said you knew the brand.
I think it's First Four.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
First
Cherry limeade, though?
form.
Yeah, we said cherry.
Did we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she said like a slush.
Yep,
So the
without the
cherry
slush.
I think we're on
you're
there.
right. You're right.
We're on
See,
there.
of course, I like the bigger ones that always have like
Yeah.
a ton of caffeine in it,
Yeah, and I don't know.
and
that
probably like not great ingredients.
it's
Who
not.
knows?
It's not as clean as the other one.
So the one that tasted the worst.
Number three,
the
the one we all
healthiest.
like the least, is the,
It's usually how it works. It's usually how it
Doesn't
works.
that track, though? That tracks.
Usually how it works, unfortunately.
all right. Since you know the can,
I do.
and it is.
What
first-
did we said? What?
This was Sprite.
Yeah, you said Sprite, and you know it's
This is
first
my
form.
favorite.
So it might be like a lemon lime situation.
Dun, dun, dun.
First form again.
What is it?
First form's killing it with
Citrus,
flavor,
yeah.
y'all.
First Form always has good flavors.
They do. They're protein bars, too.
Protein bars, protein powders. They're always like.
All right, there you have it.
Now, if you're looking for something that's like the cleanest, maybe not. But
Yeah.
Look into that camera in Nut First Form know that you love their drinks.
We love
your drinks. If you would like to send us a check to sponsor us,
I was going to say a check is better than free energy drinks. I don't need
any
them.
day of the week.
But
if you would like to send us, and you too can be not named in our sponsors.
Well, that didn't get up. That didn't sell them. That didn't help well.
That didn't help. Okay, I'm sorry. We just forgot. Usually we do all of our sponsors, but
That's true.
today we did it.
well,
There you go.
There we go.
that was great.
That was
I think
delicious.
between all four, I had one whole energy drink. I'm feeling a little bit more
Probably maybe
energetic.
half. Do you?
Maybe.
So if you had to take one home, which one are you taking?
Probably the first one.
What about you, Terry?
The first form.
I'm gonna
You
go
Choco.
I-
Just because you know the ingredients.
That's
but
true. I lean
but that's
more
not
towards
what-
clean ingredients.
It's not wasn't your favorite tasting one,
No, but I get over taste.
and I think that's on brand for you.
Yeah.
Choco is so on brand.
This
for
is
you.
why I
don't
have a
care
problem
about
because
taste as much as
I am I will walk
do
into
about-
like NutriShop and be like, I need protein. They're like, okay, what do you like? Blah, 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 blah. And they'll list all these things. And I'm like, I just want to make sure it tastes good and does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
And they usually have a good recommendation that's like, I'm like,
You're easy in that case, yeah.
well, yeah, but I also don't want to like put something in my body that's going to hurt me, you know, but like, I really care about taste. I don't want to like have to because let's be real, I'm probably going to drink it really fast after my workout to make sure I got like my protein in, or I'm getting enough protein, or it's just, you know, unless I'm going to sit there and blend a protein shake, it's probably going to be water, you know, so what's going to be good. And I've had some pretty bad ones, but that's usually my concern. So it's like a lot of the time, like the first one tastes the best to me. The one with the least ingredients tastes the worst to me. So it's like, if we can come up with a healthy balance of both of those, that's where I want to be.
That's fair.
So
Well, that's all I have
first
for you guys.
form, Alani, Jocko, keep working those formulas. You're almost there.
But I did want to come in on this episode and congratulate you for your 50. You're actually over 50. I posted 50 on
What?
I look great
Monday.
for over 50.
So we're a few over 50.
Been lying to us, Terry. All this time? What's happening?
I missed the moment to celebrate because I only
Jeez.
started keeping track here recently. So
My goodness.
Anywho.
This is what we have to deal with, people.
Well,
This is who's
on that note,
right. On that note, thank you guys for tapping in again. We want to thank our sponsors, Game Day Men's Health Studio, Connection Cairo,
Attaboy.
and then also Restore. Because that's
we
where
should
you
maybe
go to
forget more
restore.
often because now we've mentioned them multiple times.
Multiple times.
So really,
Do we have a limit?
we did our job well
We
here.
have a limit in this. How many times do they pay for in an episode? Just once.
Usually
at the
once,
beginning.
yeah.
Okay, so. Well,
So just,
You're bringing value.
just to really
I appreciate
hammer it in,
that.
guys, we are sitting here in the Game Day Men's Health
don't
Studio,
worry. We'll send your invoice, guys,
brought to you by Connection Cairo, Restore, and us.
and us.
So now you really know who the sponsors are.
Yeah.
They're awesome. Check them out. Check out this episode. Be well. Be merry.
Yeah.
Something else
Thank you, guys.
positive.
We'll see y'all next time you press play.